Hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is part 2 of my daughter's Hyundai Elantra, a little bit of modification and restoration. Today, we're working on the windshield wipers. See how rusty that is? So we're gonna sand that off, get the rust off, prime it, and then put trim black paint on it. See how it's coming off? That's what you want. As much of the rust off as possible. All of it off is preferred, obviously. Now I could have just went and bought new arms, but you know, we live a budget life on a budget channel. Plus this shows that, you know, it can be done by anybody at home. Save some money. Okay, notice, rust is gone. There you go. Now we're gonna get some brake clean here in a moment. Spray it down just to get it clean. You know, brake clean is good for a lot. So I'm taking this hanger and I'm gonna modify it so I can actually hang the windshield wiper arm on it. So we can actually paint it and it can hang dry. I'm gonna bend this like this. Right. Carport actually has some nails on it, so we'll put it right here. So it can hang like this. We'll hang it and then paint it. There you go. So we'll paint it like that and let it set. Brake clean that we're going to use to clean off the windshield wiper arms before we paint. And we're going to get engine degreaser to clean the engine bay on the Hyundai Elantra the correct way. I mean, Dawn soap did good, but this will definitely do better, obviously. And you gotta have your monster. You gotta have a monster. All right, I'm gonna put first coat high build primer. Let that tack up and then we'll put one more coat. It's time for the second coat. Try to get more coverage this time. Now we're going to put on SEM trim black. It's a light dusting at first. We'll do more of a coverage later. Look at that. Good as new. SEM trim black does wonders. Freshly painted wiper arms, all done. So now it's time for us to paint the wheels, the steel wheels. So we're gonna jack the car up, take them off one wheel at a time. We're gonna use the decker cards method to actually protect the wheels from getting the tires from getting paint on them. And then so that should work just fine. So anyway, we're gonna get started. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for spot, a jack spot, so that it's not like on what they call the pinch wheel, because it'll bend. You need to jack it up from the frame. So for something like this, I'm not looking for perfection. I'm just looking for it to be nice and smooth when we paint it. This is covered by a hubcap anyway. If this was going to have a small hubcap just covering the center, then you'd want to completely strip it all down as best you can and then prime it and paint it. But that's not the case here. Notice I'm using a little bit of extra caution around this because I don't want to hit this. Now I'm going to spray with brake clean to get it nice and somewhat clean anyway. And if we spot more rust, then we'll have to sand that too. My main concern was just getting the rust where it was showing through from the hubcaps. Eventually, I'm probably gonna get her some new wheels anyway, but I just want it to look nice while we're driving it at the moment. So we're gonna get it looking decent. It's not the best right now, but once this paint gets on there, it'll be just fine. I'm not looking for perfection right now. Some of you old school people know exactly what this is. So you're just gonna work your way around the tire like that. And for lack of a better term, this is a finger condom. So put this on here to protect that, like that. I'm gonna try this, see how this works. If not, I have a different paint as well. I'm just doing the light coat. We'll let it set 5 to 10 minutes. We'll come back over it again. I'm gonna go over it with this to see if it'll make it a little bit more shiny perhaps. It may not, but I'm using the VHT as kind of like a primer, so to speak, you know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just look good.